Welcome back to another video in reference to return to our original truth. Family, I haven't been on in a while. I was on my other page, bringing forth different videos as I felt led to. So I want to touch back on what I've shared in previous videos, just to give you an idea of my journey. On my other page, it's all about what I feel revelations are given to me, confirmations, prophetic messages in that lineup, and along the way of just, sharing what I feel led in reference to videos that have already been made about returning to our roots. So in the description box, you're going to find different videos that I have created a playlist on. And this is very, very important for those to understand that in this walk, in this journey, you might not be quite there yet. So take it in, as the Most High leads you. So I'm just going to touch bases on what I have actually, shared. Okay. So just hold tight, because in our last video that I did, I was, sharing the different for this verse. I'm not going to play it. I'm just going to actually share with you, and you welcome to go to the different links as you feel led to. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is actually a video I did back on November the 1st. It's in reference to more revelation will come. I was given a date surrounding 4321, and in that revelation, on that date, it was on 4321 was the timeline of the pharaohs was introduced to the world. Okay, so I have the link here. You're welcome to check it out. And this is basically speaking of a revelation that was given unto me in December of 2020, that something significant will happen surrounding 4321, which April the 3rd. And on this date, the pharaohs was given back. Just want to touch bases on this. A couple of weeks going into November the 1, when I was led to go and type in when the pharaohs were introduced or paraded, first parade, and it was actually on 4321. Okay, so just wanted to bring you a little, update to have you to understand that this is profound. See what's going on, so it's all connected. And back on April the 3rd, I did come across others that did videos on April the 3rd speaking of a countdown. Okay, and I thought it was connected to another prophecy or a prophetic message or revelation the Most High gave me, but in actuality, it was connected to 4321, and I found this out on November the 1st. Okay, of this year. So check it out. Take a look at that. Just more, revelations that coming forth. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Okay. So I'm just going to share this brother right here information. I created a playlist. He has 7 videos where he is connecting the dots between the biblical historical facts into, biblical according to the Bible, lined up with the historical facts. Very, very, very profound in these different videos of what he have disclosed, and when it comes to the language, along the way of understanding the hieroglyphs and connecting how it connects to us, and he lined it up with the Bible. So it's a 7-part series, far as in this series, 7 videos. So please come to there. I have the link below, okay? And you can go further in this as well. And shout out to our brother who have taken the time to reach Most High is using them in this manner, okay? And I just want to reiterate that there are a lot of our people who came out of Christianity and went directly and started studying about Egyptology, or, Kemet, which that is the actual name, okay? There, some of our people went from waking up, going into the Hebrew Israelites, and then going into Bantu, which my pathway have taken me, and then understanding about Kemet and how that correlates to us, and then leading me to Congo, okay, which, I would share, if not in this video, a little later on, I'll share in another video how Congo was, said the center, the beginning, and ones venture out and went to the north, which we would consider Kemet. Then they migrated back from there, back into the areas surrounding Congo. Said Congo was, huge in the sense of not what you see today as a small area, according to the map. It was covered many, many countries that was actually borders were brought forth when colonization came about. Okay. So I'll touch on that, perhaps if not in later on in this video, in another video. Okay. So there we go with that. So you can take this at your own leeway, as the Most High leading you to do so. Okay. Have another one I want to share of a brother who have been going to Africa. I want to say he started, going to Egypt and studying this because he's presented with this information like I'm presenting to you today, perhaps for the first time. And in this, he was like, well, prove it. So when he speaking about the storyline when Jesus came from, the whole storyline about Jesus came from Egypt, from the walls of Egypt. He speaks about the biblical tree, the tree of life. Okay, so that ties into the storyline about Adam and Eve. So please, check that out as well. Then he goes also into Christianity, explaining the sidelines of, Christianity versus the Kemet, Egypt spirituality, which is African spirituality. Because I came across a video a while back that's mentioned that the pharaohs would go to Mount Kenya, which is Mount Zion, right? And go there to do this type of what they would have to do to become a pharaoh. And I thought about it. I said, well, being that the Bible speaks of what we know of the 4 sons of Ham, and the people at the Kakura, I want to say Kakura, Ajakura, Kakura, I want to say they out of the Kenya, and they would be Bantu. So why the pharaohs would have to go through them to be put in a position, because all the far as the thrones prior to the colonization family and probably a little bit while back. I mean, early on, then when we started losing our grace or our mercy with the Most High, because it was prophesied that one family brother that was passed down generation, he's a prince out of South Africa, said that his people was told 100 years before the Europeans came on the shores of Africa to colonize. So a lot of them have similar stories throughout Africa and so forth. Okay. But when it comes down to but again, when you go to look to see, well, what is this name Israel, Israelites outside of the Bible? And there's one, I want to say wall that has it at the very end, say Israel. Okay. And that's all I've came across outside of the Bible. Okay. And that could have been carved in at a later date for all we know. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is that the name, like if someone wrote a book about you and they want to change up things, they're not going to put your direct name. They're going to change your name too. So what I'm, understanding and getting from all what I have came across is that the Egyptians were actually the Most High chosen people, and the Israelites was pulled away as far as the name and made it seem separate, but they were all the same. The ones that were on in Kemet were the chosen people, or you would say the Emos, which is the origin, the original people. And what they did in the Bible was they separate them and made them seem like two different sector of people who were rivals. But when you look at it in a more so, you'll see that you don't find historical facts outside the Bible more so about the Israelites. It's all in the Bible, even the names, Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, and Noah, and so forth. You find that as biblical names. But who were these people if they did exist outside of the Bible? They wouldn't have had those names. And what we have done in time is, as even on the African continent, we try to change it up to where it would sound like what we say Hebrew or because I came across someone who'd been studying for 30 years, and he lined up many of the biblical characters to the pharaohs who he said were the pharaohs of Kemet. So, I mean, all of this, my findings, I came to the point to accept this because I'm there, but you might not be there yet. I've been given this, when I first woke up to the truth, a sister who worked for me at my previous job, she contacted me and she said, questioned me and asked if I had did the studying on the hieroglyphs and understand that the storylines surrounding, the Messiah and so forth is on the walls of Egypt, and it had been, predated thousands of years before that even came to be. And I was just freshly into waking up, and I pretty much said, these words to her, who said it didn't copy off out of the book. Maybe the book was here before, you understand, the hieroglyphs. Well, come to find out, family, it was not. Okay. Then someone sent me some, information about Kemet on my, one of my social media pages. And I was like, why is this person sending me something about Kemet? Well, family, because what they were trying to do is lead me in the right direction. And I want to say it was a Caucasian man who sent that, who this day he's not existing on that platform anymore, but it was very amazing. Now I go back and I say, wow, he was basically trying to say, no, look at it from this angle, okay? But I had to go through and around the wheel for the experience of being a witness. So born to be into the lineup of being a Christian, coming into understanding about the Hebrew Israelites, you know, also moving towards in the lineup of the Bantus, and then coming to understand about Kemet, who we are as those people, that our forefathers are the one they have been excavating. Now, from all the storylines in the Bible of who the biblical characters are, you know, they must match linking Congo to Kemet and to the other tribes throughout Africa. And so far, family, everything is lining up in that manner. And like I said, I will share in a later video about how, you know, Congo, according to even prophecy, and I've shared it, I think, on my other page, that the prophecy of Congo will be where, through Simon Kabango prophesies that one will come, and this is where Africa will be freed the second time. Because see, the first time he prophesies about Simeon Toko will come, and he will free Congo, and these other ones will be free. But in the sense of the limitation would be that the colonizer will leave from the land of Africa, but they will rule from afar. And that's what's happening. And he said the second time for this, which will be the freedom, where it will come from, the whites will come black and the blacks will come white. And I believe what he was speaking, not in coloration, but in power. Okay. And he said also that, and this is Simon Kabango speaking in this lineup, he's also said that this is after we have came to a place of spiritual maturity. So all this awakening, coming back to our roots and getting back in the right lineup of the Most High, is bringing us closer to the Most High, and we are gaining. So imagine looking at everybody around the world that, you know, was afflicted, oppressed, and, you know, enslaved by these, and we are descendants of these people. Just look at all of these people around the world, and we are looking at it and saying, oh my goodness, all these people got to come to maturity in the spiritual realm. Well, that's what Simon Kabango said in the prophecy. And then he said that there will be one that will come and rule Congo, right? And then it's like Congo will be the navel, like the point of matter as it was before. Okay. So very, very interesting. And so I wanted to share these different pages with you all. I don't have the other information just yet. And so I'm going to close out and come back in at a later time to share with you all about the Congo and more information in regards of, you know, why one say what they say. So I just want to leave these thoughts with you. Just think about it. Why would the Most High allow a superpower like Egypt and its artifacts in this day and time to still be available for the world? And the world is excavating these people, opposed to going to Greek and Rome and whatever and excavating them. You understand? They're still to this day excavating our people. Okay. And in that, when Father gave me 4/3, April the 3rd, that's significant. That's like sealed the deal, along with many other people, DNA now showing up with pharaohs in their bloodline, okay, from America and in Europe, or, you know, UK, one guy in particular. And I shared that in the video. When you go to Yah Royal Family and check out that video from the link that I shared. So so many parts to it. So that ties in and make sense to me. Okay. But you have to get where you Why did Father allow this even to happen? Was it something greater than us falling from grace? If we consider ourselves the Israelites, well, it points to me that it was something greater than that. Often, or not often, I've thought about, is it that the shift that these people that came much later, is it that we had treated them so bad that Father turned the tables and allowed them to rule over us? You understand? Was it that, along with us sinning and so forth and that? It just seemed like it's more to it. And I believe in time we'll get to that. And then also what had came was that, there are different eras and there are different ages, meaning the timeline, that one will close out and another will start. So when, we've been taught about the world coming to end, it's actually to end of an era of people who have been ruling. And that show you why what we're experiencing today as the downfall of so much that is going on surrounding this whole earth. Okay. So I said, could that be that now it's time for us to move back in that position? Because, even with, we said the curses have hit us, which makes totally sense coming from, Deuteronomy 28. But is it more? Is it that tie in that, it came to the end of that age? Because, we need to really go deeper, family. So this is the journey that I am on, and I'm excited. And I pray that this will help you. If you haven't started your journey, are you in the midst of your journey, that these videos and playlists that I'm sharing that will help you get closer to your place in the Most High. Because see, all of this, family, it's not about us becoming, what we saying as kings and queens and princess and, prince as the royal status. This is to get us back to the Most High, back in the Most High great, wonderful grace and mercy. Everything else and I know that there are ones that who have came out of Christianity and went to Kemet, or either went to Kemet from the get-go, and ones who have went around the wheel that I have, and some still, with, the Israelites thing, or we Israelites, and not seeing that themselves for being Bantus. One day we all gonna come together. It's like everybody had their parts in it to add to it, to bring forth us closer to the truth. And I often had wondered why a lot of the ones who on the path of Kemet, to me, they didn't have that spiritual relationship with the Most High as Christians, or as, even so much in the ways of the Bantus. But now I get it. I truly get it. They see it from a whole angle, that they're looking at it from the truth is right there before them. They visit the land of Egypt, Kemet, and they saw that this is not no made up stuff. This is real deal. And then we have facts surrounding that. You understand? They left a really rich history in Kemet. What other nation of people have left that much of rich history? Hallelujah. So like I said, seal the deal with me when Father brought back to me on November the 1st of this year, for me to look up when the parade was of in Egypt, Kemet, where they paraded the pharaohs. They introduced them back to the world. And that's the day he gave me back in December of 2020, that something significant, something that was going to happen that will actually help me to understand of what more to come. Hallelujah, family. Blessings unto each one of you. Have a great rest of your day. If I don't come back on in this time of today, but perhaps another time, I will come back and share with you all further. You're welcome to go to Yah Royal Family at gmail.com. And I as well. Okay. All right. Blessings, family. Matando and Geta.